Okay, so I'm taking this video because I want to document this phase of my life. Sa mga hindi nakakaalam, of course hindi niyo pa alam, but I was fired yesterday from my job, one of my jobs. And it was really frustrating, and I feel that it was an extreme measure, and I felt that there was no due process. And so sobrang lugmo ko kahapon. It was my parents' anniversary as well, so hindi ko alam kung paano ko mag-enjoy, but siguro for a couple of hours, I just tried to remain calm. But then, nag-burst out na rin ako, umiyak na rin ako kasi kailangan ko siyang ilabas. And then I slept, and then I prayed to God. Sabi ko, you always have a better plan for me. So right now, laban lang tayo, and let's see, let's take it from here, let's take one step at a time. And sana sa ending ng video na to, or I can prove that God's provision is just too strong that we don't have to worry whatever challenges that we have right now. Okay? Hello, it's me, and welcome to my channel. And in today's video, I'm so excited to share with you what happened to me in the past weeks. Yes, 2 weeks ago. So medyo personal to, and I actually want to share this story. And I think it is helpful for those who are losing hope and just want to give up. I'm not saying that my problem is so big, but I think it was a challenging one for me. So let's get to it. And if you will see, I'm wearing my pambahay butas-butas. You do that too, like on a Saturday morning or a Saturday, you just want to wear something very comfortable. I'm that person, and I don't even care. It's like, okay, this is my day to relax. Kahit naman buong week parang relax tayo because we don't have to wear like something great, right? If you're working from home, you can just wear your jammies or whatever. Anyway, let's get to my story. What I'm going to share with you is a bit personal, and it's something that really happened to me just recently, and some of my friends are aware of this. I shared this to them because I was really frustrated, and I don't think I can call it depression, but I was extremely sad, and I couldn't contain it already, that I needed to share it to my friends. So thank you very much sa mga kaibigan ko na nakinig sa akin. You were there. Even if you're not responding, I know that you were looking at my message, seeing my message, sending me stickers. It meant a lot. It really meant a lot, okay? As most of you know, I've been writing for the longest time. Right after college, I worked in the corporate, but just a few months after that, I started writing online. And of course, I know the rules, most likely, right? Worst thing you can do as a writer is to commit plagiarism. For those who are not aware, plagiarism, basically you're stealing someone else's writing. So that is something that you should not do, alright? So last week, I was doing a project for this particular employer. Well, I did a lot of research. If you know what I mean. I did a lot of research, spent hours like usual, because it was sort of a high-touch client. It's not something that you can write fluff. For that particular client, it would take me around 10 hours to complete everything. 10 hours! Just imagine how hard it was for me. But it was fine because every time that I would finish an article, I would get commendation about how great it was, or that it was amazing, it was fantastic. So it was good. Even if it was hard, the words that I got from my boss was just phenomenal. It really was my ego booster, and I maintained that same quality of work, even if that meant I do not have weekends. I finished this last project for him, and then he personally messaged me, and he said, "Can you explain why this is a plagiarized work?" And I was shocked because before I sent that project, I checked different plagiarism tools as well, and it said 0. That means I didn't plagiarize it. And so I said, "Which ones were plagiarized? Could you please tell me?" And I was really confident. I was going to explain to them that I don't think I copied anything. I made sure that it was original, because I know that it is something that is unforgivable when it comes to writing. And so they said, "Okay, we'll just make an investigation, or we'll conduct an investigation, and we'll let you know. But you can pause the projects for now, the succeeding projects, until the investigation is over." So I said, okay, I'm doomed. But of course, I still have that little hope I would still have the job. And so an entire day passed. The morning after, I didn't have my access on my company email. And that's when I, of course, realized that they terminated me. So I checked my personal email. Lo and behold, they said I was terminated because of some integrity issues. I got hurt. I sent them my last email. Maybe I could show it to you. I felt really bad because for the past weeks, I've been working hard for them, and I was terminated, and I felt there was no due process. They did not ask me for enough explanation why it happened, or if it really happened. How hard it is for you to let go of something that you really worked hard for, That was my feeling at the time. Na parang, why is there no due process? Even if, for most part, or the majority of my time working for them, I really gave it my all. I did not cry at first. I was just so confused. So for the next couple of hours, I went down to my room, relaxed, but my heart was really pounding. Prior to that, I was trying to work, but I couldn't. I was just trying to conceal everything, and I said, this is okay, it's nothing. But in reality, I know that it is something. I was just doing my other jobs, but couldn't focus. And I felt, no, this is not gonna work. Went down, relaxed for a bit. I just prayed. I said, God, this is what you really want. Then tell me why. I was looking for answers that I couldn't find, right? And so, the next hour, for some reason, I just broke down. I cried. I embraced the pain. I really embraced it. There's no point of not doing it. I mean, I was hurt. I was frustrated. And I needed to release it. So I cried, and after that, I composed myself. And I told some of my friends what happened. Generally, I choose the friends that I tell some of my personal stories because I don't want them to absorb the negativity. You know what I mean? So I just choose friends who could repel it, if you know what I mean. So if you're one of them, thank you so much. You really helped me to recover that fast. So within the day, after I found out that I was terminated, I already looked for more jobs. Unfortunately, onlinejobs.ph, the platform that I use when I look for jobs, it didn't verify my account just yet. And I've heard a lot of stories where people waited 3 weeks just to have their accounts verified. So, I was hopeless. So I looked for another platform where I could apply, and it was Craigslist and Indeed. And then a friend of mine sent a list. I didn't waste time. I applied randomly, but yeah, I just crossed my fingers that some of these employers would hire me or just give me a chance. I was also scared because I felt that my previous employer would put a record that I plagiarized something. I couldn't do anything about it, right? I mean, it is in my record already, but I was just hoping that better senses prevail. He will not do it because I really didn't do it. And I prayed to God. I said, I'm surrendering everything. So honest. I was hurt, but I couldn't take it anymore. And I said, God, if this is your plan, I'm surrendering everything to you. I embraced the pain. I let it consume me for quite some time. So this happened Wednesday, 2 weeks ago, right? And I already sent my applications Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. For some reason, my account or onlinejobs.account got verified on Monday. And I applied right away. I received emails already from different employers asking if I could take the test, which I did. And by Wednesday, I got the job. Could you believe it? By Wednesday, I already landed a job. I was so overwhelmed. I wasn't sure of it. I even asked the employer, did I really get the job? And she said yes. The job, I would say, was not as hard as the previous one. It still gave me the time to do whatever I like. Say, for example, shooting videos like this. I kid you not. I did not believe that it happened to me. I felt it was a joke of some sort. And so what are my major points here? What are the things that I've learned from the termination thing? There are a lot, actually, and I'm going to give you some of the things that really stood out for me. For example, you're challenged right now, or you think you're so much pain. In my case, or what I would recommend, and it worked for me. I'm not saying it's gonna work for other people, but what I did, I embraced the pain. I really embraced it. I cried, I processed it. I took it from another podcast, or I heard it from another podcast, and it says, you cannot just ignore life's challenges. You have to face it. You cannot conceal it. The only way that you can resolve your problem is that you face it head on, which I did. And I am thankful that I was brave enough at that time to really embrace what happened to me. During that phase, I didn't have answers like, God, why are you doing this to me? I needed the job. It's pandemic. Why are you getting this from me, right? But I just let it flow. I said, God, if this is your will, then I'm willing to go. The reason why you have to acknowledge your challenges is because it will haunt you, and I couldn't focus on my other jobs just because I really needed to get it off from your chest. So if you want to cry, just cry. If you want to tell your friends about your challenges, then do so. Sometimes you're going to ask the universe, why is this happening? I gave it my all. Why is it falling apart? You might not have the answers right now, but definitely when you're already at your peak and the storm is over, you'd be able to answer your whys. And that's what happened to me. Another thing is that you have to focus on the solution and not the problem. Okay, so you've acknowledged it, you know that you have the problem. Instead of drowning yourself in that situation, you might as well try to look for solutions. Even if you surrendered everything to God, nasa iyo pa rin ang gawa, di ba? Ano nga ba yung sabi nila? Nasa Diyos ang awa, nasa tao ang gawa. So what I did, even if I know that God will help me, I know that it will not automatically happen to me, and that is why I exhausted everything and look for jobs the way I know how to do it. So, and if your problems are too big, you don't have to swallow it all. You have to take one step at a time. You do not get overwhelmed. I guess that's what I did, and it worked. Also remember, if you experience rejection or failure, you are good enough. It's just that it wasn't meant for you, and there is always a better opportunity waiting for you out there. I am not saying this because it's the right thing to say, but it's what happened to me. When I was still working for that job, I couldn't enjoy my weekends. I couldn't enjoy my nights. I couldn't even play with my kids. But right after that, God gave me the time to rest. And that same weekend, I was able to enjoy it with my family. It was one of the best weekends after, I don't know, after months of being in quarantine. You just have to trust God with His plan. Do whatever that you can. Be honest with Him. If you're hurt, embrace it. And do not look at things at a micro level, but instead look at the bigger picture. I've lost something, but I've gained more. Quite frankly, I don't think this is my doing. The fact that my account was immediately verified and I was able to apply right then and then. I was able to get a job less than 1 week after getting terminated for a case that I didn't do. I think God was there helping me. The key here is that you have to trust Him. And you have to do what you can. I'm going to say it again. You have to do whatever you can to solve your problems. Do not focus on the challenges, but instead focus on the solutions. And I know this is quite timely because most of us are experiencing the same. I have to commend my friends and those who are doing a lot of things to survive. Online selling, I salute you. You're maximizing what God is giving you right now and you're making it bigger. And I hope that you'd be successful. And if you have friends who are selling online, I urge you to please support them and not mock them. And yes, I guess I'd see you soon. And I guess Beanie is going to do my makeup now. She suggested that content, so let's see. Happy weekend! And I hope you learned something from my chica. See you soon. Bye-bye.